Always a treat when Molly Boyle can perform the national anthem as we get set for the starting lineups here. The Lady Tigers off to my right, Southeastern set to have their starting lineup announced. Let's take a look at Brian Neal's starting group here, assisted by Miriam Hartzler. They will send out starting five that looks like this. Sanaya Coleman, 5'6", sophomore guard from Pittsford, New York. And working through some of the starting group here as my stats page crashed on me. Anaya Coleman again. Then you've got Anya Knoflach in the starting lineup, a 5'11" graduate guard from Austria. Rebecca Cook, 5'11", a graduate forward from Frankfort, Kentucky. Cassidy Jones, 5'10", a junior guard from Lakeland, Florida. And Becky Kaladia, a 5'7" graduate guard from Austria as well. She's from Vienna. Now for the Lady Tigers, it's the usual suspects in the starting five for Coach Ginger High-Colvin this evening. Bailey Pettigo, 5'9", the graduate guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Lauren Lee, 5'7", a junior guard from Liberty, Kentucky. Maddie Boyle, 5'6", the senior guard from Milledgeville, Kentucky. For the 127th time in the starting five for Campbellsville, it's Courtney Pritchett. She ties the all-time record in that category with Courtney Dennis, 5'8", the graduate forward from Byrdstown, Tennessee. And rounding out the five for the Lady Tigers, in the middle, it's Kit Kat, Caitlin Wilkes, the 6'2" graduate forward from Stanford, Kentucky. Again, Ginger High-Colvin, her 17th season, 452 wins on the ledger, 6 times the Conference Coach of the Year award winner, assisted by former Lady Tiger Miranda Denny and Brett Sowell. Campbellsville in the home, get the home ash gray uniforms. It's the light colored jerseys. Campbellsville across the chest in maroon. Maroon numerals, white trim for CU with the maroon piping and maroon tiger paws for CU as well. Lauren Lee with a quick trip to the water cooler over there. Looks like she's ready to go now. Southeastern in the red uniforms here tonight. Fire across the chest in white with white numerals. That F in fire kind of has like a red flame through it. Looks like it will be the Kentuckian Cook for Southeastern to jump it up against Wilkes. Cook did not play last season for Southeastern, back here this year. And the toss will be controlled by the Fire. Jones with the basketball. Jones into the corner. Cook has it. A couple of Lady Tigers runner off that spot. And Jones holds again. Claudia out front. Coleman with it. Surveys. Can try to dribble in. Finds a teammate down the inline. That's Cook. Blocked from behind by Pettigo. Ball is being battled for. Taken in by Wilkes. The Lady Tigers with a chance here to score the game's first points. Pettigo shovels back to Wilkes, and she'll collect once again. Lee with the basketball. 30 seconds or so gone by. Bouncing down to the inline is Boyle. Now Bailey feeds Pritchett at the elbow. Inside, Wilkes going to go to work against Cook. Strong move, no good. Pettigo the rebound. She wants some help as she didn't like that potential putback opportunity. Pettigo in that far corner now. Pettigo skips it left wing. Lee on the dribble. Back to Boyle right side here. Boyle wants to drive against Coleman. 7 to shoot. Skips it left wing. Open. Pritchett, 3 on the way. Banked it in. Bang! Courtney Pritchett with an Edward Jones bank job here late this evening. And Campbellsville leads 3-0. She actually tried to get that shot over Claudia that may have led to the trajectory. A miss on the other end by Knoflach, and to the other side, it's Lee. Lee off the window, too strong. A couple of players, actually, Knoflach goes down. I thought Wilkes was going to fall too, but she kept her footing. Claudia back out front. Campbellsville with a 3-0 lead. 90 seconds gone by. Matt Payton with you in the Powell Center. Thanks for joining tonight, whether that's through our television or radio feeds locally, TuneIn app, or our Qual United platform through YouTube. Inside, looking for Cook down the inline was Jones. It was picked off by Pettigo. She has Boyle ahead. Boyle nearly called for steps there, but able to get it to Lee. And now back out to Pritchett on the right side. Boyle wide open out top. She'll now dribble. Gets the step on Coleman. Leaves it for her high school teammate Wilkes, and one. The Lady Tigers will send Wilkes to the free throw line as she gets the hoop. Maddie Boyle, the helper. And John King told me before the game that The math on the Wilkes and Boyle tandem, they figure to have played somewhere around 270, maybe just north of 270 games together throughout their basketball careers. That began in 4th grade for Lincoln County and some AAU games as well. Wilkes hits the free throw, and the Lady Tigers with a 6-point advantage here. Southeastern looking for their first points tonight. Cook in the backcourt, nearly taken away by Pedigo as she almost knocked it free from Kalidiev. Cook holds, deflected by Lee, but it comes off to Kalidiev, and Kalidiev throws it to Junior Higdon, the superintendent of Taylor County Schools, and former Tiger football player, but no eligibility remaining for him. So the Lady Tigers will get it back off the turnover. 6-0, Campbellsville the advantage. Pedigo right wing. Pritchett bounces inside. Wilkes going to go to work quickly. No good. Gets her own rebound. Stick back won't go either for Wilkes. Boyle knifes in, and she's going to foul Cook as she tried to grab that rebound. Boyle's first. First on the Lady Tigers as a club. Guys down there, if you could turn mic 2 off. It's a little loud in the headset here. 6-0, Campbellsville with the advantage. Back the other way now, Southeastern. New player into the lineup is Maya Herman, 5'7" freshman guard from, I have no idea how to say that, hometown. Driving layup by Kalidiev is no good. Takes it away from Wilkes on the rebound, and here Herman in the paint finally gets Southeastern on the board. 6-2 the score, less than 7 minutes to play first quarter. Down in the corner, Boyle. Out top, Pedigo picks up her dribble. Pritchett at the elbow. Opposite elbow now is Lee. She'll drive in down the lane and gets the lay-in off the window. Does Lauren Lee. 8-2. Campbellsville back up by 6 here. Herman from, I have no idea, New York. Canadiagua, New York, perhaps. Ahead off the turnover. Lee finds Pedigo. She'll drive in, throws one up the left hand. That's good for BP, and Campbellsville extends. It's an 8-point margin. Kalidiev and Cook will bring it down the floor here. A little pressure from the Lady Tigers as Lauren Lee hangs out in the backcourt. Kalidiev needs some help, throws it behind Cook, but Herman there to collect. Now left side, Knoflock going to try a three. That is no good. And the rebound to Pedigo. Campbellsville again wants to run. Long ahead. Ball knocked out of bounds by Coleman. Nice hustle by her to recover and keep Campbellsville from potential offensive chance there as Coleman and Kalidiev will check out. Cook will check out as well. Herman had checked in for Cassidy Jones earlier. Caitlin Krebs going to check in, 5'9" sophomore guard from Warsaw, Indiana. Jones out there for Coach Neal. And this ball picked off. That was Ariana Smuda down inside, 6'3" freshman forward from Exton, Pennsylvania. Right side, three on the way. That is good from Krebs. And Southeastern cuts into the Lady Tiger advantage. It's a 10-5 score here. Campbellsville with the basketball and the lead. Boyle, little ball fake, dribbles in, back out to Lee. Now back to Boyle. They left the shooter. Three on the way. That is too strong, and the rebound will be taken in by Krebs. And Krebs will bounce ahead to Herman. Herman out front. Krebs again. She hit a three a moment ago. This one is good, and Caitlin Krebs has Southeastern right back in this basketball game. 6 straight for the Fire. Campbellsville leads 10-8. Left side, Pedigo over the top looking for Wilkes. Has her. That's a really nice pass. Knoflock blocked the shot. Wilkes stayed with it and pitches one up off the window for 2. Changes coming for the Lady Tigers here. Into the corner. Knoflock with it. Out top. Jones. Inside here. Jones spins back to Herman on the right wing. And ball knocked out of the arms of Jones. Lee trying to stay with it there. Jones did a nice job to keep it. Fire stay on the possession here. Herman back out. This is Jones. Three on the way. No good. Nice block out inside by Wilkes to keep Knoflock off the boards. And to the other side, it's Boyle sprinting ahead. She'll slow down. Now accelerate again. Kicks it out front. This is Lee. Won't shoot it. She'll drive. Corner. Boyle didn't catch it clean, but saves it. Lee underneath. looking for some help here. Nearly a double dribble there. Lee kept that left hand off of it. Pettigo will drive. 9 to shoot. Boyle wants Wilkes, and Wilkes kind of thrown out of the way, it looked like there. She lost her footing. As the ball goes out of bounds, the whistle sounds, and it will be Southeastern basketball. This will bring us to a timeout here. I think this should be a media stoppage. Coach Neal motioned like he wanted a 30-second timeout, but this will be a media timeout. So we'll step away here. Quick break, 12-8. Campbellsville leads Southeastern, 3:47 to play here in period number 1. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. To 8, the Lady Tigers lead Southeastern here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton with you as Campbellsville looking for win number 7 on the season. Southeastern looking for the upset and a signature win under first-year coach Brian Neal. Neal spending time at Thomas More, and I believe reading through his bio was the head coach at one time of Division I Xavier there in Cincinnati. As we return to play here, the Lady Tigers will send on 4 new players. Bailey Pettigo, the only member of that starting lineup to remain on the court. Tyra Flowers, 5'10 sophomore forward from Winchester, Kentucky, into the lineup for CU. Elizabeth Bertram, 5'6", the junior guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Kayla Luby, 6'2", the graduate forward from B, Nebraska. And Whitney Hay, 6-foot redshirt sophomore forward from Eastview, Kentucky. Coleman in the corner, dribbles back to the wing on the near side. Ball knocked away from Knoflock, and Flowers picks it up. Campbellsville will come to the offensive end. Whitney Hay leads the Tiger offense. Hay, right side of the lane, inside, leaves it for Luby, and the Tigers' leading scorer, Luby, gets the deuce, and it's a dime for Whitney Hay. 14-8, Campbellsville by 6. Their largest lead was 8 as Bertram takes one away from Coleman. Bert looking inside, wanted Luby, and a little too far for Luby. It goes out of play. Checking back in is Herman. She and Kiki Breitzman will check in, 6-foot graduate forward from St. Louis, Missouri. Fun fact here is Breitzman will come to the near corner. The closest Lady Tiger is Whitney Hay. Those two played on the same Belmont team for a season in Nashville. Hay's freshman year, shot no good by Herman. Hay the rebound, and she's fouled by Herman. There was a foul earlier on Southeastern that I missed as I cannot get the stats page to work through the NAI site, trying to navigate my way over to the CU page to get the stats teed up. Bertram pitches it in here to Pettigo. Campbellsville leads 14-8. Hay at the free throw line to Flowers. She'll skip it. Down on the inline, wide open was Bertram. Shot no good. Smuda grabs the rebound over the top of Luby there, and Smuda will clear it to Jones. Jones facing a double team, quickly finds Kladiev. She'll try a 3. Kladiev's shot no good. Hard off the back iron. Rebound to Hay. 4 Lady Tigers around her. Campbellsville a chance at numbers. Burt will slow down. She tried to kick it out to Pettigo, but Kladiev got herself back into the play and knocks it out of bounds. Maddie Nally checking in now for Campbellsville, the 6'2 junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. Elizabeth Bertram will exit. Bertram had been nursing a bit of a back issue. Did not play against Union. Breitzman out. Coach Neal, fast and furious with his changes here. We've seen him go with some length and different things, offense, defense, whenever the opportunity presents itself here in the first 7+ minutes. Hay trying to break down this defense on the dribble. She does, finds Luby, and again, that combo connects for 2 points. Luby with the bucket, and Whitney Hay found her inside. 16-8, the Lady Tigers back up by 8, matching their largest lead. Left side, Knoflock in between 2 defenders, tries the elbow jumper, no good. Rebound actually knocked free, and Smuda going to be hit with the personal foul here. That will be the first on Ariana Smuda. Smootha's first 3 on Southeastern. And on the stats page, they have 2 fouls for Southeastern. I think maybe missing one there as well. Lauren Lee back in for Campbellsville. Hay trying to work around Herman. Now a double team. Flowers, jumper on the way from 15 feet. No good. Lee and Hay down inside, fighting for the rebound with Jones. Smootha comes out of there with it. Campbellsville maintains the 8-point advantage as Southeastern comes back the other way. Right side, Knoflock quickly closed out on. Now Klidiev, similar spot to her 3 a moment ago. That one is way long. Hits off the backboard, never touching rim. And Hay will go long ahead to Nally inside. Nally is fouled here by Knoflock. That's 4 on Southeastern as Rebecca Cook will re-enter for Coach Neal and company. 1:08 to play in the first quarter. Breitzman back in as well. Knoflock will exit. Maddie Nally at the free throw line for the Lady Tigers. Nally's free throw is no good. Campbellsville averaging 102 points per basketball game through 6 contests. Nally gets the second. 17-8 the score. And a takeaway. Luby knocked it free. But it'll stay with Southeastern here. Coleman the basketball. Pressured by Lee. Finds Herman. Now left side Jones. Quick 3. That is good for Cassidy Jones. 17-11 the score. Trailer is Hay. Lee shovels it back to her. Lee wanted Hay to shoot that. Inside. That ball is kicked. And it will stay with Campbellsville here. 40.7 seconds showing on the clock. Flowers will check out. Courtney Pritchett back in. Lee pitches in to Hay. Hay driving in off the glass, no good. And we get a whistle here on the rebound as Cook and Hay tied up. Jones in there as well. This foul will actually go against Nally, however. It's the first on Nally, second on the Lady Tigers as a club. Coleman the basketball. About a 5-second, maybe 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Coleman left side. Inside open is Cook. She goes to hesitate to try to get around a defender that was Hay in there, and Cook shuffled the feet. So with 25.4 seconds remaining, 25.4 remaining, the Lady Tigers will make changes here as they'll have the final look at the rim, I do believe. Luby and Nally check out. Wilkes and Boyle back in. So Wilkes and Boyle in the front court with Hay. Pritchett will pitch it in here to Lee. A couple of changes for Southeastern as well as Krebs checks back in. Krebs knocked in a couple of threes to help get this Southeastern offense going a bit. They connected on 3 3-point field goals in this first quarter. Campbellsville can add to its 6-point advantage as they get set to head to period number 2 in just a moment. Down to 11 seconds. Double team on Pritchett. She bounces to Hay, rips through, down the end line, needs help. Ball deflected. Pritchett grabs it. Out to Wilkes. 2 seconds. Lee throws up a little floater, too strong. And that's where the first quarter will come to a close as Campbellsville leads Southeastern 17-11 here in the Powell Athletic Center after the first 10 minutes. We'll step away, take a timeout, come back and look a bit at the numbers and bring you second quarter action. Stay with us here. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 17-11 the score here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton with you. Campbellsville out to an early advantage. They led 10-2 at one point, and then a 16-8 advantage. Southeastern kind of found their footing with a couple of Caselyn Krebs threes. And the Lady Tigers will begin second quarter action with their starting lineup out there for Coach Neal. He's got Coleman, Herman, Krebs, Cook, and Smuda. It's a 6-point Lady Tiger advantage. Pedigo on that right wing on the dribble. Tries to work around Krebs, who forces her near midcourt. Now she'll hand it off to Lee. Lee works around the Wilkes screen. Big screen. Out top, back to Wilkes here. Into the corner now, Pedigo near side. Down the end line. Quickly passing it around the horn now. Lee in the middle. Back to Pritchett. Right wing. Triple on the way. That is no good. Pritchett banked in a three to start the scoring tonight. This ball knocked away by Pedigo. Boyle grabs it, goes up, gets around Smuda, and collects 2 points there. Crafty offense by the diminutive Maddie Boyle working against Smuda. Working here is Herman. She's going to be tied up quickly by Lee. The arrow will stay with Southeastern. 19-11 the score. The largest lead for the Lady Tigers was 9 points at 17-8. Herman throws it in out near midcourt to Coleman. Left side, Krebs. Coleman again in between the circles. She'll drive down the middle, dumps it off. That's a nice pass, and she finds a wide open Rachel Cook on the block left side for 2 points. 19-13 the score. Campbellsville to the offensive end. Boyle wants Wilkes, not there. Smuda defends. Tries to kick it over to Pritchett. That ball kind of rolled up the official side. He tried to get out of the way. Pritchett couldn't save it. Errant pass by Campbellsville gives it back to Southeastern. Inside here is Kalaidiev as Southeastern looks for points. 3 on the way. That is no good. That was looking to see, is that Jones that shot that here as the ball is free. Cook and Lee battling for it. Lee wants a timeout. Couldn't quite get to the attention of the official there as the arrow will keep it with Campbellsville as Lee was tied up. Hay checks in. Boyle bounces here to Lee. Right side now. Off the wing is Pritchett. 2 defenders there. Lee and Pritchett back and forth. Now Boyle, left side, 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle and Edward Jones, 3 for CU. Campbellsville back up by 9, matches their largest lead. Coleman, left side of the lane, dumps one down inside to Smuda, and thought Smuda may have walked, but the contact may have helped that situation, and Wilkes will be assessed the personal foul here. That's going to be the first on Caitlin Wilkes, and Kayla Luby will check back in for Campbellsville University. First in the period on CU. Coleman to inbound. Bounces to Cook. Cook splits defenders. I thought she was going to have a layup. Back tapped, however, by Whitney Hay as Cook stopped. Now Lee brings Campbellsville to the offensive end. Left side, Pritchett ball fake. Lee again. Now Boyle. Can't shoot it. Is Coleman there to defend? Lee bounces inside. Luby back to the basket now. Out to Hay. Hay will drive as the defender flies out. Hay missed that shot. Campbellsville thought Whitney Hay was fouled, and you can hear kind of the protest from the Campbellsville faithful here in the Powell Athletic Center. So the ball goes out of bounds. Southeastern back the other way now. Jones and Kalaidiev work it ahead. Jones into the corner. Smuda holds. One dribble. Needs some help. Back out top to Coleman. Free throw line. Kalaidiev. One dribble. Throws up a little right-handed shot. That goes through. 22-15. Campbellsville leads by 7. Lee runs into Kalaidiev. No call there. Hay. Quick move. Dumps one. Looking for Luby. And Brightsman takes it away. Boyle nearly has herself a back tap. And Southeastern with a chance to get a little closer here. Coleman lays one off, and that actually is going to be an offensive foul on Anaya Coleman, as she carried too much momentum through that time and runs over the top of Courtney Pritchett, who was posted up just outside that restricted circle to take the charge. 22-15 the score. Campbellsville looking for points. Lee has Hay now into the corner. This is a three on the way. That is no good. It was Maddie Boyle in the corner. Rebound to Kalaidiev. Tries to spin away from Lee. Finds Breitzman. Breitzman right down the lane. She is bumped and fouled. Goes down hard. Luby and Boyle there for Campbellsville. And this foul will go against Kayla Luby. That will be the first on the Nebraska native. 2 on Campbellsville. And Breitzman goes to the free throw line. Breitzman made her debut here earlier this week, I do believe. She played just that one game, 4 points in 9 minutes of action, so she's trying to work herself back to full health. 22-17 after a couple of free throw makes. Southeastern hanging right with the top-ranked Lady Tigers in the early going. Lee gets around Kalaidiev. Ball deflected, but Pritchett has it. 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney, switch it. Lauren Lee finds Pritchett, and that will actually tie Lauren Lee with Pritchett on the assist book, I believe. We'll double check. Those two are going to go back and forth with that here at times this season. Herman, a 3, no good. Rebound taken in by Whitney Hay. Nice box out by Pritchett. Herman going to hang out with Hay, who gets the step on the sideline. Left side, Lee driving in, kicking. Boyle, 3 for Maddie Boyle on the way. That is no good. Rebound to Breitzman. Campbellsville, the 8-point lead as Southeastern will slow it down just a bit. Big deep breath by a few of the ladies in red. Breitzman has Kalaidiev. Thought about a 3 straight away. Dribbles in. Smuda cuts down the end line. She needs some help as she's between Pritchett and Luby. That's a bad spot to be. Flashing is Herman. And back out front, Kalaidiev with a ball fake, opens herself up, and she banks in a 3 from straight away. 25-20 the score. Nice shot there by Kalaidiev. I'm not sure if she called bank, but it counts as 3 points all the same. Hay thought about a quick release answer right there. Didn't pull the trigger. Hay, ooh, between the legs, all kinds of room. And oh, man, that's smooth. Whitney Hay. Between the legs, nearly, that may have been Breitzman, her college teammate at Belmont. Plenty of separation. I got caught up watching the Tiger football team over there celebrating that Whitney Hay effort. Inside Jones finds Breitzman. She'll go underneath, and that shot just wouldn't stick for Kiki Breitzman. Put back by Smuda is off the mark, and the rebound taken in by Campbellsville. Lady Tigers lead by 7. Hay goes right past the defender. Couldn't quite get the finish, pulled the string just a bit perhaps, and we get a timeout taken here by Coach Brian Neal as Southeastern would like a moment to discuss. 4:37 on the game clock here. First half, Matt Payton with you. This will be a media stoppage now as Coach Neal takes a 30 that becomes a media, so we'll step away here with 4:37 remaining in the first half. 27-20, Campbellsville leads. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 27-20, the Lady Tigers lead Southeastern here in the Powell Center. Matt Payton on the call tonight. Flying solo, Benji Kelly. There's the move by Whitney Hay. Benji Kelly may have had a few of those in his day. He's over in Lebanon. They had an alumni event tonight planned, so he was unavailable. But a nice move by Whitney Hay to free herself up. And I feel like sometimes the easy part is to get the separation. The hard part is to hit that shot, and Whitney Hay sinks the long 2 a moment ago. Maddie Nally back in for Campbellsville. Here's Kalidiev open left side. That three is long. Pedigo and Coleman collide. Ball goes out of bounds right into the Lady Tiger bench, and they're going to say, I don't think Pedigo ever touched it. She ran into Coleman, and Coleman is kind of smiling. She knows that she got away with one. Kalidiev catches between two Lady Tigers on the inbound. Ball knocked away briefly. Can she regain possession? She does. Kicks it out, and it finds Cook here. Straightaway three for Cook is good. Rebecca Cook draws Southeastern to within 4 points, 27-23. Pedigo out top here. Hay on around an alley. Inside, Pedigo backs away. Pritchett just off the lane. Pedigo wants to drive down that left sideline, or baseline, I should say. Now out top, Nally. Entry to Flowers. Shovels one back. Hay does a nice job just to hold on to it. Inside, she has Flowers, who's fouled by Cook, and that, I believe, will be 2 on Cook. No, that's 1 on Rebecca Cook. Nice pass by Whitney Hay. The defense collapsed a little bit. Didn't quite get back to Flowers down inside. 3:44 on the game clock here. Bailey Pedigo will check out. Lauren Lee re-enters for CU. Tyra Flowers with 2 shots coming her way. That one is no good, off to the right. Krebs going to re-enter for Coach Neal in just a moment. And the second free throw for Flowers is good. Krebs will check in for Kalidiev. Breitzman back in as well. So Coach Neal, he's got those substitutions rolling in and out here. He tries to find the appropriate matchup at the right time for the Fire. Coleman left wing to Jones. Jones kind of motioned Coleman through. Gives it back to Coleman out front. Lee right there in the hip pocket. Cook with it now. And here's Jones. Jones on the drive. Leaves it with Krebs. Krebs at the free throw line. Now into the corner. Cook wants to drive. Gets around Flowers. And we get a late whistle here against Tyra Flowers. They're going to say a block on Flowers. First on Flowers. Third on Campbellsville as a club. 28-23 the score. 3:17 to play in the half. Looking to inbound. Nowhere to go with it. Finally, they come deep out to Jones. Jones being defended here by Nally. And now Krebs has it out front. They want to shade Krebs, make her go left. Lee. Oh, Coleman may have walked, but Pritchett took it away. Quickly finds Hay over the top. Hay looking for Nally. Catches, goes up. Maddie Nally gets the finish. Whitney Hay, another find. 30-23. Campbellsville by 7. Ball deflected by Lee. The Lady Tigers can't get it as it goes off into the backcourt. Coleman ahead here to Krebs again. Coleman cuts inside, now kicks. Cook is open. 3 on the way for Cook, no good. Breitzman and Hay battle for the rebound, and that's going to be an off-arm extended as Breitzman knocks Lauren Lee to the deck, and the Lady Tigers will get it back as Breitzman picks up her first. So Whitney Hay will check out for Campbellsville. Bailey Pedigo back in for the Lady Tigers. Changes here for Coach Neal as well. I think there's they're going to check the foul situation between on Breitzman, the official book, and I may need to go and check that official book. Coach Hartzler wanting clarification. Here's a 3 from Pritchett. Bang! Courtney Pritchett again, and Edward Jones payout for the Lady Tigers. Lauren Lee found her out front. She sinks the 3 ball, and Campbellsville leads by 10, their largest lead of the day. Kalidiev skips it left side. Herman dribbles now back out. Kalidiev run off the spot there by Lee. Needs some help here is Nally right there with her. Herman forced back to the middle. Hits quickly inside. Cook's pass deflected, knocked out of bounds by Nally. It'll stay with Southeastern, just 5 on the shot clock here as Knoflock going to check in for Coleman. Pritchett going to check out. And Elizabeth Bertram back in for CU. 1:47 to play in the period. 5 on the shot clock. They'll have to go quickly, and Flowers just gets around Smuda, knocks it away. Campbellsville to the front court. Bertram needs some help here and finally throws it out. It's deflected. It comes to Lee. Lee wants to drive. Circles back away from Kalidiev here, and Pedigo will set up the offense. Lee on the dribble, bounces, looking for Flowers, who was trying to seal, and it was not there. A turnover on Campbellsville, leading by 10. Boyle going to check back in. Should we get a stoppage? Herman open, 3 on the way for her. No good. Rebound taken in. Oh, come together, and Smuda kind of collided with Nally and Pedigo. They're going to hit Smuda for her second personal foul. That's 4 on Southeastern as a team. Lauren Lee will check out. Maddie Boyle back in for Campbellsville. Cook exits, and Jones returns to the Southeastern lineup as Krebs quickly runs to the table. She's a bit too late, and she'll have to wait. Nally right side. Out top here, Boyle drives and kicks. Bertram from 16 feet, around and out, no good. Ball knocked into the air. Nobody's got it yet. Herman's going to be tied up. Oh, we're going to have a whistle here, and a foul will go against Campbellsville University. That's going to go on Maddie Nally. That'll be 2 on Nally. 4 on the Lady Tigers as a club. Smuda out, Krebs back in. Whitney Hay will check in for CU. Maddie Boyle exits. .33-23 remains the score. Feels like we've been stuck on those numbers for a bit. Pritchett hit that 3 earlier. Jones may have gotten away with steps there. Left side, Kalidiev. Out front, Jones. Quickly out from Knoflock to Kalidiev. Jones thought about it, decks it, kicks it. This is Knoflock for 3. That is no good. Rebound to Hay. Hay bounces ahead to Pedigo. Crosses the midcourt line. Pedigo on the dribble, working around Kalidiev. Back to Bertram. Inline, Nally. 6-footer, good for Maddie Nally. 35-23. Campbellsville by a dozen. Down to about 20 seconds remaining in this first half. We'll see if Southeastern goes quickly or holds for the final look. Kalidiev needs help. Jones there. Down to 10 seconds. Krebs into the corner. Knoflock going to try the 3. No good. It's going to give Campbellsville another look. 5 seconds. Hay going to need some help. Finds Bertram. 1 second. Burt gets it off. 3 on the way. No good. And the horn sounds to end the first half. I'm not sure if Bertram got that off or not. It would have been awfully close. But the Lady Tigers do come up with that stop there late, and they will take a 12-point advantage into the locker room here, leading 35-23. As we will pause here, step away for a 2-minute timeout, come back and look at the numbers that made up the first half of play here. Campbellsville leading by 12 on the CU Sports Network. Courtside at the Powell Center, Matt Payton with you as the Lady Tigers lead Southeastern 35-23 here at halftime. Campbellsville University in the first half shooting at 45.2% from the field. They were 14 of 31 overall, and that has helped propel them to this advantage here over the Fire. Campbellsville 40% from three-point range, 4 of 10. Courtney Pritchett hitting 3. Edward Jones 3-point field goals there in the first frame. The Lady Tigers 60% from the foul line, 3 of 5. For Southeastern in the first half, 29.6% shooting. They were 8 of 27 from the field overall. As I'm getting, we're going to have, we're going to get tangled up here, folks. As the Scooters are on the loose here at the Powell Center. That's a first. The Southeastern Fire, 29.6% shooting. They were 8 of 27, 5 of 17 from long range in the first frame for Southeastern. Again, that is 29.4%, so almost identical numbers inside and beyond the three-point line. 2 of 2 at the charity stripe for the Fire. The game's high scorer at this stage is Courtney Pritchett. Swiss has 9 points as she ties Courtney Danis tonight in career games started for a Campbellsville University Lady Tiger at 127. Saturday she should break that mark that she's now tied with Courtney Danis. And Danis, a member of Coach Ginger High Colvin's first recruiting class there, so kind of neat that goes back so far. The Campbellsville Lady Tigers have gotten 5 points tonight from a couple of players tonight. It's Maddie Boyle with 5, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. 5 from Caitlin Wilkes, 4 rebounds for her, and 5 from Maddie Nally to help CU as they lead by 12. 4 points for Kayla Luby off the bench. The Lady Tigers got 2 first-half points out of the starting lineup from Bailey Pettigo and Lauren Lee. 2 more off the bench from Whitney Hay. And Hay with a game-high 6 rebounds through the first 20 minutes. She has 3 assists as well. Lee and Pritchett are currently tied on the assist leaderboard at 458. They've both passed Ray Beatty here tonight for 8th place, so they've each moved up. They are currently in a tie themselves, and Jody Criswell sits right ahead of them in 7th place at 460, so both could tie or even pass Criswell here tonight as they'll jockey back and forth on that leaderboard for the duration of the season. Ultimately, Lauren Lee will run away with that as she has another year of eligibility for the Lady Tigers. In the first half, Southeastern was led in scoring by Kaitlin Krebs. She came in and hit some much-needed three-point shots early in this basketball game. I think Campbellsville led 10-2 at that point. Krebs sank a couple of long-range shots to help the Fire. They get 5 points each from Becky Kaladiev and Rebecca Cook in the first half. They each knocked down a three-point field goal. 3 from Cassidy Jones, who also hit a three-point shot, and 2 apiece for Maya Herman and Kiki Breitzman. The Fire were led in rebounding by Ariana Smuda there in the first half of action. The Lady Tigers win the battle on the glass, 17-13, the advantage. Campbellsville with 14 defensive rebounds, 11 for the Fire. Campbellsville with 1 extra on the offensive end. They had 3 offensive rebounds. The Lady Tigers finished with 11 assists, 7 steals, and 7 turnovers. Southeastern finishing with 8 assists. So they had an assist credited for every made shot in the first half, 4 steals, and 11 turnovers. Taking a look quickly here at some of the enhanced scoring numbers as those that are following along tonight through local cable broadcast or our streaming platform, Claw United and Claw United Plus on YouTube. You can check out some of these highlights of Courtney Pritchett three-point make there. Enhanced scoring quickly. Points in the paint, Campbellsville a 16-6 advantage. Off turnovers, 9-5 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Second chance points, 5-0 in favor of CU. And bench points, 12-10 in favor of Campbellsville. The Lady Tigers led the entire way here. Their largest lead, 12 points, which is where we stand at the moment. It is a 35 23 margin. Campbellsville will return to action on Saturday. They will play here in the Powell Center against Stevens College. The Stars will make the trip. They from Missouri went to Georgetown tonight. The last I checked, Georgetown had a sizable advantage there in the third quarter. We'll try to get you a final before we leave the air, but that game's scheduled to start at 2 p.m. for Southeastern. They will head north and battle Cincinnati-Claremont, Division II Cincinnati-Claremont on Saturday there in Ohio. Here at halftime, Campbellsville with a 12-point advantage, and we will step away here. We'll take our extended timeout. We'll come back and continue our halftime coverage, bring you the second half in just a bit. The Lady Tigers lead by a dozen at the mid-game break. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 35-23 our score here at halftime. The Lady Tigers leading Southeastern. Campbellsville University and Southeastern meeting for the first time all time here tonight. You would think their paths would have crossed in the national tournament at some stage. They've been on the same side of the bracket. They've just one or both have not yet made that happen, but they do get together here tonight. I mentioned earlier that for Campbellsville University, Whitney Hay and Kiki Breitzman, teammates at Belmont back in the 2020-21 season. That was a Belmont team that went on to the NCAA tournament. They actually pulled off a first-round upset win over Gonzaga and would lose to Indiana. They were the OVC tournament champion that year. So pretty neat that they've gotten back together here at this stage of their careers. Breitzman going to Southeastern last year. And for Whitney Hay, a stop at Northern Kentucky in between Belmont and Campbellsville. And finally ends up here to be a Lady Tiger with 3 years of eligibility remaining. Campbellsville University has returned to their bench. Southeastern will do the same here in just a moment. Campbellsville back in action against Stevens College, 2 p.m. the start time on Saturday. And then a week from Saturday, a big one. Number 3, Indiana Wesleyan will come to Campbellsville. So number 1, CU playing host to Indiana Wesleyan. And that should be a fun one here in the Powell Center on December the 9th, as the Tigers have quite a layoff. The Campbellsville Tigers falling at Western Kentucky in an exhibition last night. Brent Vernon's club won't return to the floor until the 11th of December. That is a Monday matchup, Monday 4 o'clock start against Voorhees College. As Campbellsville on the floor, they are just awaiting their opponent here in this second half. Southeastern will start with the basketball. They'll go from right to left. The Lady Tigers left to right for those of you following along on radio and the TuneIn app. It will be Jones to inbound to Kalaidiev to get us started here in the second period. And quickly a turnover. Coleman looking for Jones, throws it away as Pritchett came over the top, knocked it away, brings it to the front court. Now Boyle open right side, 3 on the way. That is no good. It'll climb up over the top of the backboard and out of bounds into the cheerleading section over there. 35-23, Campbellsville. That same score we had at halftime. Each team with a possession to start. Coming up empty. And nearly another turnover. Pritchett just missed a takeaway. This shot from Kalaidiev is way long. Jones jumps in there, tries to save it in play, but steps on the inline, and it'll go back to the Lady Tigers here. Lauren Lee will bring Campbellsville to the front court. Bounces left side to Pettigo. Into the middle. Boyle, she feeds one through. Caitlin Wilkes gets the bucket. Maddie Boyle the bounce. Not the first time in their careers that they've combined for 2. Coleman needs more help here, and really another throwaway as Cook has to come over and grab it. And they do throw it away. Southeastern a bit out of sorts here. Coleman has had a few errant passes, and she's going to check in. Not a great first minute to this second half for Coleman. It's maybe the pressure of the Lady Tigers speeding her up a bit too much. And Coach Neal will send back in Maya Herman. Into the corner, Pritchett. Back out front, Boyle. Now Pritchett on the end line. She feeds down further to Wilkes. Wilkes is quickly fouled here by Southeastern. That will go against Rebecca Cook. That is her second, first in the third quarter on Southeastern. Wilkes to the nail for Campbellsville. Nice ball movement by the Lady Tigers. They lead by 14 points, largest advantage of the night. This free throw is good. One more coming for Wilkes, shooting it at 67% from the floor. Entering play tonight, she misses that second free throw, but Wilkes has a chance to leave the all-time leader in field goal percentage as Pritchett knocks one away here, and Wilkes picks it up. If Wilkes could keep her percentage where it is, or just slightly below where it is, as Pettigo is fouled down inside, and B goes down, may have rolled that right ankle. And she's kind of backing up, and Whitney Hay will quickly jump up, and that's the last thing you want. The senior Pettigo quickly will get a visit from Derek Port. And be in a bit of discomfort down underneath the Lady Tiger goal, and you could tell when she got down in there, she went down. It was funky, but at first I thought it was just due to the contact between she and the defender for Southeastern. As Pettigo will be helped off. The good news is she is putting a little weight on that ankle, and now even smiles. Somebody, one of her teammates, had said something that got Bailey to smile a little. So her day may be done. The focus for Campbellsville will be to get Bailey healthy in short order. So Whitney Hay will have to go in and shoot the free throws, as that was a shooting foul. I'm trying to see.
Sheldon, who's fouled?
11. So the foul will go against Cassidy Jones, her first. Whitney hits the first free throw. Whitney Hay taking these foul shots for Campbellsville University here, as Pettigo will check out. Pettigo laughs at Ginger High Colvin as they walk by. Second free throw for Hay is good as well. And the Lady Tigers lead by 17 here, largest advantage tonight. Driving here is Herman. Herman looking, cutting now as Kalidiev throws one up. That is too strong. Hay did a nice job to fly in there. I wonder if she may not have altered that a bit. And Kalidiev does a nice job to get back in and take one away from Lauren Lee. Here, Herman's shot no good. Boyle's going to try to grab it before it goes out of bounds, and does. So Campbellsville able to dodge a couple of bullets there. Lee needs help out front. Pritchett, she's a helper. Three on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett's fourth. Edward Jones, three of the night. And speaking of helpers, Lauren Lee with another assist off a made three-point bucket by Pritchett. I believe that's the third time tonight that Lee has found Pritchett for a three-point shot, three-point make. Media stoppage here. 43-23 the score. The Lady Tigers have opened it up to a 20-point margin with 7:35 to play in the basketball game. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 43-23, the Lady Tigers lead Southeastern here. 7:35 to play in the third quarter. Matt Payton with you. Benji Kelly, I would say he's on assignment. It is an assignment. He's in an alumni event up the road a bit and unable to be here tonight. Be back Saturday as the Lady Tigers will take on Stevens. Kalidiev goes right side to Krebs. Krebs out front. Kalidiev back to Krebs. Krebs had a hot hand early in the ball game. Now Kalidiev gets a little separation, and she goes back with that scoop shot, that layup with the right hand. She's made a couple tonight, missed a few times with it, but I think that's the patented move for Becky Kalidiev from Vienna, Austria. Right wing, Boyle rips through. Now on the end line, Hay going to drive in. Goes up against Smuda. And Ariana Smuda will pick up her third foul. She's collected one foul call in each period. 3 on her, 3 on Southeastern with 7:01 to play in the basket. 7:01 to play in the third quarter. Whitney Hay back to the free throw line as Breitzman checks in for Smuda. Courtney Pritchett, the only Lady Tiger in double figures tonight. She's got a dozen, all of her points coming from beyond the arc, 4 of 5. Closing in on 1,150 for her career. Whitney Hay at the line, a chance to push this back to a 20-point ball game. First free throw good, second free throw good as well. And Hay makes it a 45-25 count. Southeastern with it. Entry here to Breitzman. Breitzman goes one-on-one working against Wilkes. Nice defense by Wilkes. She'll kick it out to Herman. That shot in and out, no good. Maddie Boyle flies in there and snatches the rebound. Lee out. Hay, jab step, drives and kicks. Boyle left side, 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle and Edward Jones 3 for CU. Whitney Hay found her on that left wing. 48-25. Way out there, Jones. Pressured a bit by Lee. Into the middle. That is Knoflock, and that is good from just inside the free throw line, I believe. Anya Knoflock. 48-27. Lee wants to push. She'll drive in off the window. No good. Wilkes batted it. Hay picks it up. Hay back to Wilkes and a little too far out in front. I don't know if Caitlin may not have been able to see that. And here Boyle nearly a takeaway. And Boyle may have hurt her left knee there. She's a little gimpy. Breitzman shovels it back over to Jones. Step back 3 for Jones is short. Wilkes and Boyle do a nice job to block out Knoflock, and Tyra Flowers going to check in for Campbellsville. Maddie Nally going to check in for Boyle. So Pritchett and Boyle exit, Flowers and Nally in. Boyle kind of came down the bench there. May have said she was cramping a little bit. Lee bounces here to Flowers. Flowers working against Kalidiev out top. Nally left side. That's Lee on the wing. Hay, free throw line jumper on the way. No good. Rebound. Wilkes has it. 2 defenders there. Shot no good. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Tigers, says the gentleman on the end line. Luby going to check in. And Wilkes a little frustrated here. Couldn't get a couple of those shots to go. 48-27, a 21-point Lady Tiger lead. Their largest lead was 48-25. And Kalidiev just dribbles it out of bounds there, working down the end line, trying to get a little room. Lost it out of play. Right wing, Flowers holds it. Kalidiev tried to knock that away. Flowers drives, finds Lee. Now Lee in the middle. She'll go up. The shot, it'll roll all the way around and fall off. The foul will go against Herman, however, as the whistle sounds to send Lauren Lee to the free throw line. That is 2 on Herman, 4 on Southeastern as a team. And this brings us to a media stoppage with 4:57 to play in the third quarter. We will step away and take a timeout here. Campbellsville, a 21-point advantage on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. 48-27, the Lady Tigers the advantage over Southeastern as we get set to return to play. Lauren Lee will be at the free throw line for Campbellsville. Lee with a couple of free throw tosses coming her way. That one is good. Boyle kind of rolling out that calf on the left leg, so she mentioned when she came out she's cramping a little bit. Lee hits both free throws, 50-27 the margin. Knoflock the basketball for Southeastern. Has Krebs on the left wing, little ball fake. Now Cook holds it. Cook from Franklin County High School, started her career at Western Kentucky, driving in. Cook throws up a shot. She's working around Flowers, and Flowers not in agreement with the whistle there, as that will be the second on Flowers. First on the Lady Tigers as a team. And this free throw from Cook is good. Cook's second free throw is good as well. Luby spills to the deck there, and she's back up quickly. 50-29 the score. Flowers, they're going to give her the right side. Claudia kind of forcing her that way. Nally back to Hay. Hay going to rip through, drives in, throws one up and in. Whitney Hay got the quick step, and all the way to the rack she goes for 2 points. Hay has 8 points in the ball game now. Cook kicks it out. Knoflock open. She'll try a three. That is short. Southeastern has had some. They're all misses when you miss them, but they've had some pretty rough ones here tonight. That is a nice one-handed bounce pass down inside. Whitney Hay finds Kayla Luby for another easy bucket. 54-29 the score. That's what I was trying to say there on that Southeastern. A miss is a miss, but they've had a few tonight that have just been way off. You wonder, I'm not exactly sure their travel schedule or whatever, but you kind of get that sometimes with if legs are an issue. Inside, they find Knoflock at the free throw line, and she sinks another one from that spot. Hit one earlier in the game from there. 54-31. Campbellsville back the other way. Flowers holds, right wing now Bertram. Left side Nally. Wants Luby at the elbow, has her little give and go. Nally goes up with the shot, she gets the deuce. Kayla Luby the dime, and the Lady Tigers back up by 25 here, 56-31 the score. This is a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Brian Neal and the Southeastern Fire. We'll keep it right here through this timeout. The Lady Tigers led in scoring tonight through the first 27 minutes or so. As you see that pass, Nally gave it up to Luby there at the elbow, quickly took off towards the rim. A beautiful feed from Luby. And tally 2 more points for the Lady Tigers. Again, points here. Campbellsville. Whitney Hay messing with me a bit there. She's throwing me off my game. The Lady Tigers again led in scoring by Pritchett. She's got 12, 8 apiece for Hay, Boyle, and Wilkes in the ball game. Kalidiev and Southeastern to the offensive end here. Kalidiev holds it on that left side. Flowers defending. She'll back up now between the circles and out near midcourt, in fact, is Kalidiev. Kalidiev hasn't played. She missed the last 2 years for Southeastern. Here drives in and gets the reverse layup, does Becky Kalidiev. Nally on the right wing holds. Knoflock defense. Hay surveys, looks, motions, and now she'll kick it out to Flowers inside. Back to Luby, and Kayla Luby up off the window for 2 points for the Lady Tigers. Kalidiev will leave it with Knoflock. Right back to her now as Bertram hangs out with her. Kalaidiev pull-up jumper just off the painted area, and that's no good. The rebound comes out to Flowers for CU. And back the other way, Campbellsville. Hay drives in, up the glass, high off the glass for Hay. Gets 2 more, and she's in double figures tonight with 10. Krebs the basketball, and we get a whistle here. This will go against Flowers, and that's going to be 3 on the transfer from North Alabama. 2 on Campbellsville in the period. Changes for Coach Neal and company. Kalaidiev and Krebs head off. I think maybe one more player, Knoflock perhaps, exited. Victoria McKnight seeing her first action tonight, I believe. 5'10" freshman guard from Copley, Ohio. Smuda and Brightsman back in there. Herman and Cook also on the floor. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Campbellsville leads 60-33. Herman thought about it, won't shoot it. Cook straight away. Wants to drive at Nally. And Cook gets in, gets the step and the layup for Southeastern. 60-35 the score. Whitney Hay the basketball for CU. Hay all the way to the elbow before she's cut off. Finds Bertram out wide. Now Flowers quickly inside. She's got Luby and Campbellsville again with an easy bucket. Bertram swats one away, tries to save it, but they say she stepped out of bounds. That would have went to Whitney Hay. Had the whistle not sounded, Bert just, they're actually checking the shot clock here. They're going to put it at 28, but had Bert been able to get that back in before stepping on the end line, it would have been Campbellsville ball as Hay was in the area. 62-35, less than a minute to play third quarter. Cook the basketball for Southeastern. Campbellsville the large advantage here. Brightsman sets the screen on Hay. Cook goes all the way left side. Blocked from behind by Flowers. And it goes out of bounds with 12 on the shot clock. Cook has tried to put her head down the last couple of trips. She got one to go. That time Flowers and the long arms erased it. Campbellsville with 3 6-footers out there, and then the best shot blocker of the bunch is Flowers as we get a whistle here on Bertram. That'll be the first on Burt, 3 on Campbellsville, and Herman will pitch it in. Cook wants Smuda. They've got her now. Smuda will go to work, and a nice help defensive effort there by Hay to knock it free. Flowers brings it down the court, needs some help. Inside has Luby again. Luby and Flowers, this time they can't connect as Luby is fouled. That will go against Brightsman. I didn't see, so that may have been on the rebound. Or are they going to send Luby to the line? I never saw the signal of whether or not it was a shooting foul, but apparently it was, as Luby will go to the nail here for the Lady Tigers. I believe her parents made the trip to Kingsport. Missed that first free throw, does Kayla. Leading scorer for this Tiger team entering play tonight, and Kayla missed that one as well. Herman on the left side on the wing there has it knocked out of her arms by Bertram, down to 12.7 seconds remaining. Here comes Kalaidiev working against the Lady Tiger defense. 5 seconds, has to give it up to Herman. Herman working against Bertram. Now Kalaidiev barely gets it off. 3 on the way is going to be short. And that is where the third quarter will come to a close. 62-35 the score. Campbellsville University pacing Southeastern here at the Powell Center. CU looking for win number 7. 10 minutes left to make that official here. They want to hold on down the stretch. CU 62, Southeastern 35. Stay with us on the CU Sports Network. 27-point Lady Tiger advantage as we head to the fourth quarter. Matt Payton with you, Campbellsville University. Holding Southeastern to 12 points there in that third quarter. The Lady Tigers able to extend their lead. Campbellsville outdoing the Fire by 15 in that third quarter. Right wing, Bertram holds it. Now Pritchett on the end line. Lee, right wing, going to drive in. Leaves it with Wilkes. Wilkes between defenders. She's fouled. Herman and Cook, I believe, there in the area. They'll assess the personal to Rebecca Cook. Three on Cook. First in the period on Southeastern. Caitlin Wilkes goes to the free throw line for Campbellsville. That one is too strong for the Lady Tiger. Campbellsville entered play tonight, the number one team in the country in points per game and field goal percentage. Both numbers likely to come down a little bit. Second free throw good for Wilkes. Campbellsville at 52% from the floor. Their season average about 55.7. Cook on the wing, far side of the floor. Going to drive in now, working against Boyle. Whistle sounds, and Rachel Cook will get another bucket here, and she'll go to the free throw line as Boyle is going to pick up the personal foul here. That's 2 on Maddie Boyle.
Foul number 15.
63-37 the score. Cook at the line here for the Fire. 68.4 on the season. Hits that free throw, so that'll raise that percentage a bit. A little over 30 seconds gone by in this fourth period. Boyle navigates left side, back out front. Lee, Pritchett, now Bertram on the right wing. Burt bounces to Wilkes out top. Lee goes opposite the screen, back to Wilkes, 3 on the way. Banked it in! Caitlin Wilkes turns and says, wow! Edward Jones pays out a little money anyhow as Wilkes hits another 3-point field goal for Campbellsville, 66-38. Pritchett banked in the first bucket of the ball game tonight from deep for Campbellsville. Wilkes matches are there. Brightsman going to try a 3, and I believe Kalidiev may have banked in a 3 also from straight away for Southeastern. So not a rarity tonight. Cutting is Lee, right side, actually into the middle. She'll throw a floater with the right hand, and that is good for Lauren Lee. 68-38 the score. Campbellsville by 30. Kalidiev backs away. Bertram staying right with her. Now Brightsman will catch it. Pritchett defending. Cook on the dribble. Wants Brightsman down low. Brightsman goes up the shot, working against Pritchett, and that is no good, but the whistle sounds, and Courtney Pritchett picks up a personal foul. That's 2 on the Lady Tigers as she gets number 1 in the ballgame. Brightsman to the free throw line. Brightsman 2 of 2 tonight. She had not shot any in her previous game. She played on the 27th, I believe, was her season debut. It's the first and the second good as well, so Brightsman gets a pair. 68-39. Lee hands it to Boyle. Wilkes sets the screen. Boyle, the jumper just off the elbow. That is no good. Long rebound taken in by Kalidiev. Kalidiev works free from Lee. Sprints ahead. Left side, Brightsman. Quick dribble towards the rim. Back out. Kalidiev wants Krebs. Krebs bounces. Ooh, Brightsman got away with one up. They finally get it. Whistle was a little late, but Brightsman just shuffled the feet a bit. Knoflock, Kalidiev, and Krebs out there they can tie up a play-by-play guy. Throw in Cook, even though it's a C, it's all with the same sound. Pritchett out front here. Cutting is Pritchett. Bertram finds her. Now Wilkes going to go to work against Smuda. That one's too strong for Caitlin Wilkes. And a missed shot will lead Southeastern to the offensive side. 7:20 to play in the ball game. 68-40 the score. Bertram right in the hip pocket of Kaleidiev. Entry here to Knoflock down on the end line, and right off the block, she'll hit a little fall-away shot. 68-42. Boyle needs some help as she's picked up her dribble. She'll go left side to Pritchett. 3 on the way. Bang! 5 tonight for Swiss. Courtney Pritchett having herself a ball game. 5 made Edward Jones threes. All of her points from long range. 71-42. Smuda left wing to Cook. Smuda now working against Wilkes. Well, up and under here, and Smuda will draw the foul. Wilkes picks up number 2, 3 on Campbellsville. Nally and Hay going to check in for CU. Boyle and Lee will leave the floor. Smuda at the free throw line here for the Fire. Free throw here is good for Ariana Smuda from Pennsylvania. 6'3" freshman. One more for Smuda. That one is good as well. 71-44. Whitney Hay will run the offense for Campbellsville as Lauren Lee out of the lineup. Right side, Nally. Now Bertram navigates her way into the middle. Going to have to get out of the lane pretty quick. Inside, Wilkes had the entry pass from Pritchett. She's quickly fouled by Smuda. Smuda now at risk as she picks up her 4th of the ball game. 2 on the Fire in this 4th quarter. That one was on the floor. We're going to see Madison Vira for the first time. 6'2" redshirt sophomore forward from Lithia, Florida. Hay looking, finally clearing is Pritchett. Pritchett, the free throw line, wanted Wilkes, couldn't get it to her. Nally going to cut, and Nally has the lane, the window to get it inside to Wilkes, and Wilkes throws it up and in off the glass. She gets that finish. Maddie Nally the find. Nice ball movement by Campbellsville. Pritchett couldn't get it to the spot. Nally went right to that area and found Wilkes. This ball thrown out deep as Cook has to retreat to grab it. And Pritchett gets the arms extended. Little push there from Pritchett. She picks up another personal foul. Her second, 4 on CU. Herman back in for the Fire. And Bertram, a nice shot. Oh, even reaches in on the back end, trying to grab it free. A nice sportsmanship there by Herman. Kind of reaches back and compliments Bertram on the effort. 2 on Bert. I've got Campbellsville with 5 in the period. I've got the Lady Tigers with 5. Bertram, Pritchett has 2, Wilkes has 1, and Boyle has 1. But anyhow, that should have been a 1-and-1, I believe, for Southeastern. I may be wrong. Herman to Vira. Inside Cook, going to work against Nally. And now Herman going to fire a 3 right wing. That's good for Southeastern. (73-44). Hay will bounce it over to Flowers. And now Bertram gets around Herman. Flowers wants Wilkes, has her. Tyra Flowers with a nice feed inside, and Caitlin Wilkes pitches one up and in for 2. Cook straight away, working against Nally. Stops just inside the free throw line, spinning. Well, up and under here for Cook is good. She steps through and gets the finish. 75-49. 4.5 minutes to go. Hay on the right wing. Hay gets the step on Krebs all the way through. Shot up a little short. Bertram and Wilkes fighting for it, but it's Cook to come out of there with it. Back the other way. Cook keeps it free from Flowers. Goes at Nally, who swats it away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Maddie Nally. Brightsman re-enters. Smuda back into the lineup as well. And this brings us to a media stoppage with 4:16 to play in the basketball game. The Lady Tigers the advantage, 75-49. A few minutes left in this one. Stay with us here on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (75-49) Campbellsville University, the top-ranked team in the country, looking like it here tonight as they lead Southeastern by 26 points. CU with a 15-point advantage in the third quarter to really stretch this thing out. Lady Tigers at 54% shooting tonight. Actually not sure that the live stats have updated based on where I left off a moment ago. Here, this pass knocked away. Wilkes had it briefly, but Flowers going to run over and grab it. They go long, far side, and between Nally and Bertram, and I don't know exactly what Tyra said, but it drew a smile from Coach Ginger High Colvin. 26-point game. Herman to Brightsman, now entry here to Smuda, and Hay digs in there, tied it up briefly, but able to get it out to Herman. Three is no good. Maddie Nally the rebound, and she'll find Flowers quickly as Campbellsville brings it to the offensive end. Hay holds it, knocked away from Flowers by Vyra, and Hay backing up inside, cutting his Flowers, and a little off balance. It's a nice look from Whitney Hay. Tyra Flowers maybe a little off balance as she tried to stop there and get that shot up on the rim. Brightsman working in, and she will be fouled. That will go against Campbellsville's Caitlin Wilkes.
Number 33, her third personal foul, team 6.
3 on Wilkes. Brightsman hits the first free throw. She's had a nice night at the line here this evening. Hits that one as well. I believe she's a perfect 6 of 6 at the stripe. Wilkes will check out. Her day may be done. Kayla Luby in for Campbellsville. Kind of got what has been that second unit for CU this season out there. Hey, thought about that three as the defender closed out. Flowers finds a rolling Luby there, and another 2-point connection for Flowers and Luby. I believe that's their third here in the second half. The internet in the PAL tonight has not been my friend. Trying to pull the stats up here. Kalaidiev right wing, 3 on the way. That is good for Becky Kalaidiev. 77-54. Hay on the dribble. Bertram comes right side, gets it from Hay, goes up the shot, left-handed shot is no good. Rebound taken in by Luby. She goes up strong and gets the offensive putback. Kayla Luby pushes Campbellsville up near 80 here. They sit on 79 points. Breitzman holds. Finds Smuda. Hay defending for CU. Breitzman going to go right at Flowers. Tyra, blocked it up top. Breitzman going to be credited for the aggressive move, and that's going to be the 4th on Tyra Flowers.
Team 7.
Bertram will check out. Whitney Hay will check out. So we get Paige Serafini, 5'11" sophomore guard from Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, into the Campbellsville lineup. Bree Gowdy makes an appearance as well here, 5'5" sophomore guard from Campbellsville. Free throw there, good. 79-55, and here McKnight going to be called for the personal. Her first 3 on Southeastern. Bree Gowdy will pitch it in for Campbellsville. Gowdy finds Flowers. Flowers will work down towards the corner. Nally inside Luby. She's fouled by Smuda. They'll wave off the shot attempt after the fact. That's going to be it for Smuda. Ariana Smuda will foul out of this basketball game, and Rachel Presley makes her debut here at the Powell Athletic Center. She got some run against Union down in Kingsport, and she's worked her way back from that knee injury, battling a back issue as well. Gowdy finds Serafini inside. Presley quickly up. She's going to be fouled, so Rachel Presley had 6 points in her debut. She'll go to the line here. A chance to get into the scoring column at the Powell Center tonight. A few dribbles for Presley. And that one a bit strong off the back of the iron. She was 4 of 4 down in Kingsport from the stripe. I didn't want to jinx her and mention that beforehand, but after the miss, it's all right. She does get that one, so 1 of 2, and Rachel Presley's first of many points in the Powell Center, I hope, here tonight. Redshirt freshman from Somerset. Breitzman going to try a 3. That is no good. Rebound taken in by Nally. Hands it off to Bree Gowdy. 80-55 the score. Lee Campbellsville's largest lead was 30. Nally wanted Flowers, not there. Out front, Presley holds. Serafini left side. Gowdy wants to drive. Inside, throws up an off-balance shot. Nally the rebound. They're going to go to the double thumbs as Presley spills to the floor. Nally tied it up. Well, Nally had a clean rebound. McKnight in there battling for Southeastern. 90 seconds to play in this basketball game. Kalaidiev leaves it with Cook. Cook works down the lane, blocked by the help defender, and it actually came down. Nally blocked it as it came down. Cook was out of bounds, and it hit her. So Campbellsville will get it back. Gowdy has Nally, and now on around. Southeastern preseason projected to, as this ball's deflected by McKnight, Southeastern projected to win the Sun Conference in the preseason. They had 1 more voting point in the coaches poll than St. Thomas. 3 first-place votes for Coach Neal's club. Long season ahead of them as they'll get into conference play after the break, I believe. Here is Serafini in the right wing, and a 3-second violation called on Campbellsville. I believe Presley nabbed there. 80-55, less than a minute to go. Southeastern back to the offensive end. Campbellsville scoring may be over if Southeastern takes enough clock here. Out top, Brightsman, she'll drive. Lost the handle. Was that touched, or did Brightsman just lose it? I don't think you can shoot one up into the air like that if you lost the dribble. Herman has it here. That three around and out. Presley the rebound. And there's about a 2 or 3 second differential between the shot clock and game clock, so Campbellsville will have to at least get a shot off. Flowers over the top. She has Presley blocked from behind, looking for a cutting Nally, not there. Down to 11 seconds to shoot. Gowdy will shoot it. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound to Brightsman. And with 8 seconds, Rachel Cook comes the other way. We'll see if Southeastern can tally points before this game closes. McKnight will fire the 3. That is hard. Rebound to Presley before the buzzer sounds, and that's where this game comes to a close. Campbellsville University will knock off Southeastern in the first meeting between these two programs all time. Campbellsville with the victory, now 7-0 on the year. Southeastern falls to 5-4. Solid non-conference contest for both of these two teams. Of course, it's feel a little better about it for Campbellsville following the victory, and the Lady Tigers turn their attention to Stevens College on Saturday as they will come to Campbellsville to take on the Lady Tigers. And I'm going to try to pull up and get a Stevens-Georgetown score. 75-49, Georgetown knocked off Stevens tonight. So the Georgetown College Club remains undefeated. Coach Jeff Nickel quickly getting them going in the direction that they want. As we take a look here at some of the final game numbers, we'll get Coach Ginger High Colvin over in a moment. She may check on Bailey Pettigo before she makes her way this direction. Quickly, Campbellsville University finishes the game at 50.8% overall. Actually, no, let's take that back a step. Let's see here. Yeah, 50.8% for Campbellsville. As you see some of the replays, those will be following along through our video coverage. 30 of 59 for Campbellsville tonight from the floor. They were 8 of 16 from deep. That is 50% as well. And 12 of 19 from the free throw line, 63.2%. Southeastern was 18 of 53 for the ball game. That's just 34%. 24% from deep, 7 of 29. They were 12 of 13 at the free throw line, 92.3%. Campbellsville led in scoring tonight by Caitlin Wilkes with 16 points. Wilkes was 6 of 11 from the field, 5 rebounds in the ball game. 15 from Courtney Pritchett. She tied Courtney Danis, and the games started for a Lady Tiger record and should break that on Saturday. 15 points, 5 made Edward Jones threes for Courtney Pritchett here this evening. 14 off the bench for Kayla Luby, who was a perfect 7 of 7 from the floor. Campbellsville gets double figures off the bench for Whitney Hay as well. She finished with 10 points and 8 rebounds in this basketball game. The 8 rebounds, a new career best for Hay. 5 assists, 2 steals for her as well. CU gets 8 from Maddie Boyle tonight. Boyle knocked in a couple of Edward Jones 3-point field goals, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for Boyle tonight. 6 from Lauren Lee to go with 5 assists. Lee does pass Courtney Pritchett officially on the assist leaderboard, and she tied Jody Criswell for 7th all-time tonight, sitting at 460. Campbellsville gets 7 points off the bench from Maddie Nally, 2 rebounds for her this evening, 3 of 3 for Nally. 2 points for Bailey Pettigo, 3 rebounds for BP, 1 each for Rachel Presley and Tyra Flowers. Presley with 3 boards, Flowers finishing with a couple of rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 blocks in the ball game. I believe that rounds out the scoring for the Lady Tigers. Paige Serafini, Bree Gowdy, and Elizabeth Bertram all see time and failed to score as the head coach, Ginger High Colvin, joins me. Coach, nice little non-conference contest. Always fun to get those at home, but again, a good performance from your bunch, 80-55 victory.
Yeah, we started a little slow, but that's a really good team, and I thought they defended us well and did a lot of things against us that we hadn't seen this year, and we had to work through it. I felt like we did a pretty decent job. We didn't rebound well, and we turned the ball over too much the first half, but once we got in a little bit of a rhythm, I thought we played well against a really good team.
It was that third quarter that really kind of opened this thing up. You had, it was 5 or 6 points there at the first quarter. You added another 5 or 6 in the second quarter. I think it was a 12-point margin at halftime. But that third quarter is when you really gapped them. Anything that you did differently or just find a little more success?
No, I just think we adjusted to it a little bit. We adjusted to what they were doing, and we took some shots. Courtney stepped up and took some really big shots for us, and we were trying to pound it into the post, which is what we want to do. But in the first half, I felt like we were just on our heels a little bit. In the second half, I felt like we did a better job getting in the gaps and finding the open man.
Talking about Courtney, this season she hasn't been super aggressive, and I think there's, some of that's let the game come to her. She's got a blue million teammates that she can trust to make the right decision or the right pass. But I know you want her to take some of those shots tonight. She did, and she hit 5 big three-pointers. Yeah,
we're never going to be upset if Courtney takes any of those shots. And the shots she took tonight were really decisive, quick shots. And for us to play at a high level, she has to take those shots. And it makes us better. Courtney, and her position at times on the floor now has shifted from high post passes down to Kit to maybe trailing out a little bit and shooting some threes, because when Whitney's on the floor, Whitney's good at the gaps and good at finding the post, and she's handling it, and she's taking some of that load off of Courtney, which is good for Courtney as far as scoring and looking to score.
And Kayla Luby continues her stellar play. She entered the game as your leading scorer on the season. She was right at her season average, but 7 of 7 from the floor, the efficiency that she's playing with right now. And she and Tyra Flowers have a really good connection. I feel like Flowers, she finished with 4 assists. I think 3 of those at least were
at least,
to
maybe
Luby.
all.
Maybe
I don't
all
know.
4.
Yeah, but you're right.
Is that worth like a scan at the calf or something? How does that work
maybe
when
that
you pad
is.
somebody's stats like that?
I think so.
But, anyway, but again, good performance and a nice little connection that they have.
Yeah, it's fun. Tyra is so multidimensional. We want her to look to score more, obviously, and that will come in her game and in her play. But she's so quick. She passes the ball well. She defends well, and she's just the rebounder that we need. And for her to be able to come in and do all the things that she does for us unselfishly, we want Tyra and Courtney. It's so strange. We want them both to be a little more selfish offensively. And I'm pleased with the way they're playing and what they're adding for us.
Whitney Hay, 10 points, 8 rebounds tonight. She finished with 5 assists as well. She's going to be a stat stuffer, and there are just times that the smoothness that she plays with and her ability to get you where you want to be. She can break down a defense, and it's really fun to watch. You put her and Lauren and both of their ability to kind of get in and create for others. It's kind of a two-headed monster for you.
Yeah, it is. It's really fun because Whitney's got a little bit more size and she has great quickness, and we still haven't seen her quickness. She's still just a little reserved and a little held back, but there's times when I see what she's really capable of, and I'm hopeful as each game progresses that she just continues to get more comfortable with our system.
I was sent a thing out this morning that Courtney Pritchett will tie Courtney Danis. We actually talked about this last year, but she tied Danis tonight in the game started. All time for a Lady Tiger, so she is.
Wow.
She's 127, which that was the most that we could come up with going back.
Yeah.
Of course, with Coach Wise, they didn't quite get the number of games, so it was really hard for anybody to top Courtney. She started every game of her career, so 127. She can break that on Saturday. But what she's brought to the table since day one, and she's been here almost as long as you have at this point. But man, you just can't say enough about her.
She's our glue. There's no doubt about it. You look at Courtney, at Bailey Pettigo, at Lauren. Those kids are just kids that just hold us together. And Courtney is just one of the most unselfish players. And her transformation, Brent asked me the other day, he said, have you ever had a kid come in and transform themselves from every aspect as much as Courtney? And I don't know if we have. From her freshman year to this point, I don't know if we've ever had a kid that's changed as much as Courtney has changed. And she was a good player coming in. She was Tennessee Class A Miss Basketball, but she's come in and she's kind of like a Madison Faulkner, a little undersized at where she plays. But man, you named her. You named her Swiss, and that's what she is. She can do a little bit of everything for us, and she's so important to what we do. And
I think the growth off the court is something that a lot of folks don't see.
Yeah.
But she really came out of her shell from a personality standpoint. When the conversation with the insoles that we've had and the jokes that we've had with her freshman year, she could have never done that.
No,
she couldn't have participated in that.
Yeah, she was so quiet, so bashful, and homesick. And so
glad she didn't go home.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad she stuck around.
And, one thing, I know you're going to try to get word on Bailey Pedigo. Probably too early to tell. It looks like a rolled ankle. Let's hope that's all it is. It'll probably be a little black and blue, and maybe without her for a bit, who knows. But never good to see one of your cornerstones go down.
Like we talk about glue, Bailey's definitely so important to what we do. She's a playmaker. She makes big plays at big moments, whether it's a shot, a rebound, a steal. And talk about that transformation. Bailey's one of those kids that's come through and transformed herself as well, and she's so smart. Both of those kids are just so smart on the floor, and when you've got a kid that's that smart, it makes such a huge difference in their game and in their play and in how they carry themselves and lead our team.
Definitely not conference, but it kind of feels that way. You get a Thursday night game, Saturday back home against Stephen. So you'll see, this will be very similar on your schedule later on in the year. But Stevens College went to Georgetown tonight. Georgetown gets the win, but they're in here on Saturday, and that's another good team on your schedule.
Yeah, we've been watching them. They've got good wins, and they've played a really tough schedule. They're not afraid to go out. They went and played Central Meth, who was preseason number 2, beat them at Central Meth. They went to the Frontier Conference, played Providence, Montana State Northern. They're coming here playing us in Georgetown. So they're not afraid. They don't shy away at all. They're a very athletic team, and we've got our hands full coming into Saturday. There's no doubt about that.
Coach, congratulations on the win. We'll do it again Saturday.
Thank you.
Lady Tigers get the victory over Southeastern here tonight, 80-55, your final score. As we take a look quickly at some of the individual scoring for Southeastern, we kind of wrapped up the Lady Tigers scoring. The Fire were led tonight by Rebecca Cook, the Kentucky native, comes back to the Bluegrass State, posts 14 points and 6 rebounds here this evening. They got 12 from Becky Kolodiev in the ball game, 7 from the transfer Kiki Breitzman, who was college teammates with Whitney Hay at Belmont. Breitzman with a nice performance. She was 7 of 8 at the free throw line here this evening. 6 points each for Kaislyn Krebs and Anya Noflak in the ball game. 5 points for Maya Herman. 3 points from Cassidy Jones. 2 points from Ariana Smuda. And that rounds out the scoring for the Southeastern Fire. Rebounding tonight, Campbellsville wins on the glass 31-20. 7 offensive rebounds for CU, just 2 for Southeastern. So a really nice job there for Campbellsville. The Lady Tigers finished with 24 assists on 30 made baskets, 11 steals, and 11 turnovers. For Southeastern, 12 assists, 6 steals, and 18 turnovers in tonight's basketball game. Quickly, the enhanced scoring in the paint, Campbellsville a 38-16 advantage. Off turnovers in favor of CU as well, 17-5. Second chance points, 7-0 in favor of the Lady Tigers, and bench points 33-20 again in favor of Campbellsville. The largest lead was 30 points. CU led the entire way from a Courtney Pritchett banked in 3 to start the scoring all the way throughout here tonight, and they are back in action at 2 o'clock on Saturday against Stevens College here in the Powell Athletic Center. We'll have the call of that game, coverage of that game on all the same avenues that you've joined us here tonight. We want to say a special thank you to Campbellsville University President Dr. Joseph Hopkins, Vice President for Athletics Rusty Hollinsworth, and Director of Athletics Jim Hardy for all of their support of tonight's broadcast. We also want to say a special thank you to the Sports Information Department and our TV and FM crew producing our coverage tonight. A terrific job as always. Eden Hale back in the Auto Smart studio taking care of our game on FM. Benji Kelly not here tonight. He's back Saturday as the Tigers battle Stevens College. Matt Payton saying a special thank you to all of you who have joined us tonight for this Lady Tiger victory, signing off after an 80-55 win on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.